So on Tuesday, history was made. Curacao became the smallest country to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. They were able to do so after holding Jamaica to a 0-0 game, which ensured that they got a point to qualify for the World Cup. Well, it was a good time for the country as they secured their first ever World Cup ticket. So we're going to check out how they celebrated through the streets of Curacao, and also how their team celebrated in Jamaica's own stadium after securing their World Cup ticket. Well, I also woke up to news that Jamaica's head coach, that is Steve McLaren, has also resigned from his post as head coach of the Jamaican Reggae Boys. So we'll be hearing from him in a brief moment, as well as we'll also hear from Jamaicans themselves sharing their thoughts on their failure to secure automatic qualification to the World Cup. So there's more updates coming up right here on Sports Update Ghana. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's get right into it and start off with the resignation of coach Steve McLaren after Jamaica were unable to beat Curacao in their final group game in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Jamaicans were hoping to qualify in their final home game, but that wasn't the case as they were unable to beat their opponent Curacao in that particular fixture. The game ended 0-0 with many Jamaican football fans being disappointed. Right after the game, their head coach Steve McLaren, the English coach, announced his resignation as head coach of the Reggae Boys. Let's go hear from him as he made his announcement that he's not going to be the head coach of the.
It is the responsibility of the leader, myself, to step forward, take accountability and make decisions in the best interest of the team for them to go forward. After deep reflection and an honest assessment of where we are and where we need to go, I have decided to step down as the head coach of the Jamaican national team. This decision comes from respect, always the respect of the badge, always the supporters and the players. And sometimes the best thing a leader can do is to recognise when a fresh voice, new energy and a different perspective is required to move this team forward. I want to take this moment to really thank the players and wish them luck in the playoffs in March.
So that is the English coach Steve McLaren saying that he has resigned as head coach of the Reggae Boys. If he knew he was going to resign, should have resigned long ago after that game that he lost to Curacao in October. I think that was when he should have resigned, because that was when it was clear that this boat was sinking and that he should have been gone long ago. But he decided to stay, and he has caused Jamaica a real fortune. Well, away from coach Steve McLaren, let's hear from some Jamaican fans now, because after the game, Jamaican Observer, well, they were able to catch up with some Jamaican football fans who expressed their disappointment in.
I'm Melly, so I go back down, like me I go back down and this man them giving, I can't believe, man, disappointed, man.
Right now, I go back down in the dark, but we just there go and take some light. You understand? Because we know say dark, we go back down in right now.
Disappointment, no control of game, no temper, nothing. We don't come like we play like have some look back at bush league. We don't play with no look urgency. We have a crowd. Brother, I don't know, man, something wrong with you, man, something wrong. I don't know what's wrong, but something wrong. So we are going back in the dark now.
How far are you traveling from? Yeah.
St. Elizabeth, Silo. We don't get the tempo right from minute one. You understand? We did it. A crowd that do everything. We are see Mexican wave, all kind of something. You understand? And we come out slow, like we don't know what we are doing. Like basically, the player them, they don't know each other. You understand? Where them come from a different country. And Jamaica they come from. Jamaica. Me I tell you, a big disappointment. You know, do a joking thing. Big disappointment. Me I tell you.
If you go back to 98 World Cup, Jamaica qualified by the opponent, hitting the post several times. We come back 360 degrees.
Very disappointed. I was expecting us to win. We should have won this game, but very sad, very somber. I just saw Boza Nicholson laying down there almost like he's crying. I feel it for him and as a former player, and lots of blame to go around. I mean, blaming the coach, but at the end of the day, the players them have to produce. So just so sad, you know. I have to wait for another World Cup, but very sad and sober night.
Here's my view on this. You start out from behind the 8 ball, in that you have to win the game, and you play Curacao ball. Curacao force us to play their game. So in the end, we all can be Monday morning quarterbacks and blame the coach, the players, whatever. But in the end, every player, man to man, has to come out and say this is a must-win situation. And you apply yourself. You have to get on the offensive, the attacking third of the field. Make sure you make quality plays. It's unfortunate we hit goalpost several times, and it took the excitement out of the end when the penalty was reversed. But that is part of soccer. It never worked out in our favor. We just have to look forward to next year, or the next World Cup rather, and looking at the development of soccer in Jamaica period. From the grassroots level, the local players, youth players, coming right up both male and female program. So we need to take a look at that and see where do we go from here. Sometimes a setback is a setup for a comeback. So let's go back and revisit where we were and see where we can get to, because we are a nation that's blessed.
So there you have it. Jamaican fans expressing their thoughts on their failure to qualify automatically for the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. But that doesn't end it over there. Jamaica were in second place, so they've secured a ticket also to the Intercontinental playoffs. They first have to play in the playoffs. I think they will play in the playoffs, then they will go and meet a team to play in the semi-final, then they'll play in the final. And it all boils down to March 2026 when the Intercontinental playoffs will be hosted, and the Intercontinental World Cup playoffs will be hosted in Mexico, one of the hosting countries for the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament. Well, I wish I could speak Patois, but me know if you speak Patois, but well, anyway, I say we have to run yes. So let's wrap it up with Curacao, because right after their qualification to the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament, man, the streets of Curacao were on cloud 9. Yes, fans took to the street to celebrate their first ever World Cup qualification, and this was how the streets of Curacao was last night after they qualified. So there you have it. That was how the fans in Curacao celebrated their qualification to the World Cup. But prior to that, well, the players were also having their own good time in the stadium in Kingston at the Independence Park. They went into their dressing room and it was just celebration and happiness. So all right, enough of the celebration. Well, I'll leave it here and come your way with another edition of Sports Updates Ghana. Right now, I'm bringing you updates from Africa, Caribbean, man. Even today, there's going to be the CAF Awards, and I'll be bringing you up to speed on all that you have to know and more. So go nowhere, make sure you hit the subscription button, and also make sure you like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Once again, subscribe to Sports Updates Ghana. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out for now.